I'll just, we'll just. I know what I'm saying.
Thank you.
And what happens when that happens?
I have good time. I'll move it over.
So my being for today was that
Oh, yeah. It's alive, yeah. Very loud, too. Good evening and welcome to this special edition of the Old Sloop Coffee House. We're very happy you can make it through the fog tonight and show up here in Rockport for this wonderful night. So the Old Sloop Coffee House is an outreach project which turns this space, this multi-use space, into our listening room and offers wonderful music at friendly prices, continuing the long tradition of sharing the facilities of the building with the town, which is always very supportive of the building because it's historical. And Liz Rice-Smith is here tonight, and she'll be at Open Sanctuary if you'd like to learn more about the history and what's going on with the steeple. And recently the town gave some community preservation funds to help fund the steeple, so we're very happy with that. And tonight is the Phil Oakes Song Night, which builds on the outreach theme, combining the philanthropic efforts of the Oakes family to support Family Promise North Shore, Boston. A portion of the proceeds will go right to Family Promise, so thank you for your generous support. Tonight we got Pat Wichter, Greg Greenway, Reggie Harris, and Tom Prasada Rayo. And it's going to be hosted tonight by Robin Oakes, sitting right here. So she's Phil's niece, so we're very happy that Robin could come here. So Family Promise is a national interfaith hospitality network, and the North Shore of Boston is our local network. Family Promise provides housing, respite for homeless families, as well as job search, support, and case management, allowing families to return to economic self-sufficiency. For 5 years, the Congregational Church has been hosting families 4 times a year with support of all the other churches, most of the other churches on Cape Ann. They provide meals. The people stay here overnight for the week, and they eat here, but then they go to Beverly to their to the office, and the kids go to school from there, and they do their job search, or if they have jobs, they go to their jobs from there. So it's a long ways to come to Rockport, but we enjoy having them there. So the people who come are normally families with kids, and this room gets set up in 1 or 2 bedrooms, and the nursery gets set up in a couple of bedrooms, and there's meals out of the kitchen, so it's quite a setup. So if you're actually interested, Jay Reed, who was selling tickets downstairs, coordinates it with Wendy Woodbury, who happens to be my wife. She's in the kitchen. So if you're interested in checking out Family Promise, speak with one of them, and they would be glad to get you in touch with Russ or someone at Family Promise to help out. And as I mentioned before, Liz will be at the intermission, which I'm sure will come at some point. With all of these players, you don't know how it's all going to work out. We're just going to be flexible. And I also wanted to mention that a venture like the coffee house is dependent on volunteers to get things set up and run, and the sound and all that stuff, putting things away, hanging posters. So if a couple of hours of work interests you to get a free show, talk to anybody with a badge that is here tonight. And also at intermission, Barbara is always selling tickets out by the elevators, and she'll also take your name. So also I wanted to mention in regards to the steeple and the cost of that, which has skyrocketed. Bonnie Gray, sitting over here, will be selling raffle tickets for Ken Knowles. If you know Ken Knowles, he's a great artist. He donated a painting to the church to be raffled off. So if you'd like to get on that raffle, Bonnie will be over there at intermission as well. So I just want to mention a couple of shows coming up, since there may be people here that are here for Family Promise and haven't been to this old sloop before. But on October 21st, Mary Gaucher will be here. She's very well known. Zach Trojano will be opening. Mary is one of folks' most respected artists with deeply personal songs that reach out and grab you, for sure. She has many albums which chronicle her life in detail, and she's working on a new project with a group called Songwriting with Soldiers, whose mission is to pair songwriters with veterans to bring about positive changes in their lives and help them reconnect with family and the community by telling their stories through song. And she's actually going to release a CD in January where she's collected a number of these songs and is going to be publishing them. So I'm sure she'll be singing lots of those songs as well as from her extensive catalog on the 21st. So please come on back. And then on November 17th, Amy Speece with Charlie Bianchiani will perform. Amy was working hard in New York City, busking in the subways and playing the local clubs when she was discovered by Judy Collins, who signed her to her own label, and she produced a couple of albums through that label and has many more. And all her songs garner high praise. And she's also, it turns out, a participant in the veteran songwriting program, Songwriting with Soldiers. And then up to December, before we take a break for the holidays, Goodnight Moonshine returns. And if you're not familiar with Goodnight Moonshine, you might know Molly Venter, who is part of Red Molly, who is also sort of on hiatus. So Molly and her husband, Eben, will return, and Emily Murr is going to open for them on December 9th. So you can get all that kind of information from oldsloopcoffeehouse.org, and of course Barbara, as I mentioned, will be selling tickets at intermission, and if you're local, Toad Hall in Rockport, at least for now, and the bookstore from Gloucester also sell our tickets. Just a few notes, if you haven't noticed. If you go in the sanctuary, please don't bring any food. If you have your cell phone, please turn it down or off. You can take pictures if you like, but please no flashes. And the emergency exits are to my right, this one, and there's one in the back that take you right outside. There's a set of bathrooms by the elevators, and if you might not have noticed down the back stairway, there's another set of elevators as well as one bathroom in the lobby. So that's it. So now I get the rest of the night off, and I'm going to turn over control to Robin, and she'll take you through the rest of the night while you enjoy Tom, Reggie, Greg, and Pat. So please give a warm Cape Ann welcome to Robin Oates.